Well, good morning. If it's Tuesday morning, it's time for another edition of Tech Tips here with Rich Robertson from Computer Enhancement Systems. Rich, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Let's see. Let's talk about technicians today.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it's very, very difficult to find a good technician or a skilled technician in the industry anymore. And I have to tell you, I had our client call up the other day and say, you guys were out right before the holidays and, your technician supposedly fixed it, but it's still not working. Okay. We're having the same problem again. Alarm bells went off in my head. I was like, we normally, number one, we don't normally get callbacks. So I grabbed one of our new technicians that he's still in training, and I went out there.
Okay.
And I walk out there, and there's a router, a brand new router, sitting side by side to another router. Looked fairly new.
Right.
And I asked her, I said, who was out here? And she said, well, Mark was out here. His name was Mark. And I'm thinking, man, I got a Mark, but he doesn't do on-site calls. Mm-hmm. So I get online and I look up the previous work orders through our portal, and I don't see any calls out there for them.
So you weren't out there at all?
Yeah, I didn't see the previous work order. Okay. I said, well, there's no problem. We can fix it. So I put my network analyzer on the network, and I am seeing 6-7 routers on this network. I'm
really?
Like,
how many routers do you need for a network that size?
One. And come to find out, it was a competitor of mine that was out there. He didn't know how to fix it.
Okay.
So he decided he'll put a new router in the network to see if it fixed the problem. That's what we call board swapping.
Okay. So as opposed to identifying the problem, he just threw a Band-Aid on it.
Exactly. Well, unfortunately, that mentality has not left the industry. There's still techs out there don't know what they're doing, and they'll just board swap, hoping this will fix the solution long enough for you to be able to get in and out.
Rich, how did you go about troubleshooting the issue at your clients with the router problem?
The first thing I did, once I realized that the server was on a different IP address than the workstations, I had to get into the routers to find out if they're routed properly. And so I asked her for the passwords. She didn't even have the passwords.
Really? All
those routers they have in that building, they had no passwords at all. And I'm telling you, if you're the director, the CEO, the president, or head of IT, you need the passwords to everything.
Sure.
The routers, the servers. When they give you a password, even if you don't know how to use it, you need it. And if you don't know how to use it, get somebody who does and let them check it to make sure they gave you the right password.
Right.
Because a lot of times, they won't give you the proper password just to keep you out of it,
really?
knowing that you don't know what you're doing.
Unbelievable.
So if you got any questions or concerns or issues, go to cestechtip.com. That's cestechtip.com. We also have a network analyzer that I put on. That's how I knew there were so many routers and switches on that network that didn't belong there. And, any one of those routers could have been handing out IP addresses to make IP address conflict on the network. Okay. But I have to get into the routers to confirm that. So, we're one of the very few companies in the entire area that has a network analyzer. I mean, it's a $15,000 piece of equipment,
wow.
So it's not cheap. But it saves my techs a ton of time and saves you, the client, a ton of money.
Okay.
Because my techs get in and out in 20 minutes.
Right.
Versus spending 2-3 hours trying to figure out what's wrong with the network.
And then on top of that, you're eliminating downtime.
Absolutely.
From the company standpoint.
Absolutely. You're back up nice and quick.
Good.
Again, so if you got any questions or concerns or issues, go to cestechtip.com. That's cestechtip.com. Click on the CES Tech Tip button, fill it out. It'll automatically notify me, and I'll get it right back to you day or night.
So that goes right to your handheld device.
Right to my phone.
All right, Rich.
Absolutely.
Once again, Rich Robertson with Computer Enhancement Systems. Rich, I want to thank you for your time. Rich has locations in both Frederick and Hagerstown. Rich, phone number to reach people who can reach you at?
Yeah, 1-888-4848-CES. 1-888-4848-CES.
All right, Rich, thanks again.